Message is for the parents. I've got 4 kids. Oldest is turning 16 in 2 days. Youngest is 8. It is our responsibility to set them on a path towards the Lord. Proverbs 22:6 says, "Direct your children onto the right path, and when they are older, they will not leave it." The Bible is a book that speaks the truth. So if this is a verse that the Lord gives us, this is a covenant. This is something that we can bank on. That if we continue to direct our children, it may not look pretty. It may not be in the time that we want it to. But it says that if we do it when they are older, they won't leave it. And this really hit me a few years ago, obviously, having a teenager and my kids growing up and me looking around me and seeing people who parented ahead of me and their kids, all of their kids seemed to just step away from the Lord a little bit. They still were Christians, they would still come to church, but the intensity, the passion, the love was just a little bit less. And as I continue to just watch that throughout the years, I realized that there was a spirit of, I guess some would call it the spirit of Ahab, a spirit where with each generation there is a moving away from what Christ had originally founded in that parent. So I just want to challenge you tonight. What did someone sow into your life? If you were a Christian, someone who grew up in a Christian home, what was sown into your life? I know for me, it was a knowledge of the Bible. It was scripture verses. And as I was older, I realized that I wasn't passing on that same wisdom to my kids. So a small shift we made in our house is we put a chalkboard up on the wall by the dining room table, and we put a verse on it. It usually lasts like a month. All the kids need to memorize it, and there is a point, usually a week or 2, where we require them to say it from memory before the screens go on, before they do anything that they want to do. And that might not sound like a big deal, but it's made a huge shift in how we approach teaching our kids. And then that was a step 1, and then we started fostering in a Bible study that's really simple, and maybe every once in a while when things require we stay home from church and we actually do church with them. So I just want to challenge the parents or the ones who want to be a parent someday. It is so important that we actually do the work to lay a foundation for our kids, because if we do, we can trust in God's promise that when they're old, they won't depart. And I don't know about you, but I want to see my kids in heaven someday. I want them to know Jesus here on earth. I want them to experience freedom and redemption.